Japan seeks record $50 billion defense budget to counter an increasingly aggressive China.
Here's a summary of the article.
Tokyo, Japan's defense ministry has requested nearly $50 billion for the coming fiscal year, a spending plan that includes upgrades to 2 destroyers to accommodate F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters along with another 12 F-35s and space-related projects. As surrounding countries strengthen their military power significantly by increasing their defense budget, the security environment surrounding Japan is growing increasingly severe, Tuesday's budget request stated. Japan's defense budget has risen each year for 9 consecutive years, starting when former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe took office in 2012 for a second term. Abe expanded the role and capabilities of the Japan Self-Defense Forces, a trend his successor, Yoshihide Suga, continued with a record defense budget for fiscal 2021. Japan faces, among many other challenges, assertive claims by China over the Senkaku Islands northeast of Taiwan that Japan administers. Japan has focused recently on building up its defense in new domains, including space, cyberspace and the electromagnetic spectrum. Japan needs to strengthen necessary defense power significantly and build multi-domain defense force, the ministry's budget proposal states.
This post received a score of 30,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Cybersecurity should be one of the top priority of every nation in the world.
Especially cyber social engineering.
You can just say social engineering.
People social engineer in meat space too, but cyber social engineering has been much more effective because tech amplifies the perceptual illusion of strength in numbers.
I will never not upvote meat space.
Sounds like Meatwad got his own place LMAO.
Greater than Japan has focused recently on building up its defense in new domains, including space, cyberspace and the electromagnetic spectrum. That really sounds like a passage from a sci-fi novel.
Greater than the electromagnetic spectrum laser beams. Or like radar, stuff like that.
Koi fish, with freakin' lasers on their heads.
Kaiju.
Koiju.
You can't hear it, but this made me laugh.
That's okay, I can hear it. Degree.
Well, Gundam.
$50 billion on defense. A month, America.
According to Wiki, that's their budget already.
A part of that's a currency issue. The 2020 budget was 5.3 trillion yen, the 2021 request is 5.5-ish. So it's a bit higher. Precise increase being asked for is 2.6% increase, see here.
Either way, similar in size to the UK budget, probably a bit on the low side considering the size of Japan's territory, population and economy.
Japan was forcibly disarmed after WW II and fell under the US aegis. They changed their constitution a few years back to allow for more than just self-defense. A growing military is a huge deal for them.
FYI, the constitution itself hasn't changed. The official government interpretation of it has changed. But even that is not new, exactly. The government has been gradually changing and expanding its interpretation of the constitution ever since it was ratified. The plain text of Article 9 says that Japan will not have a military, but the government's idea on what exactly does or doesn't count as a military keeps expanding.
I wonder if that's why it's specifically called Japan Self-Defense Force.
Foreign trust so that Asia in general doesn't freak out, and America doesn't raise an eyebrow. Domestic support so that the pro-military leadership doesn't get thrown out of power by the 40% of Japanese voters who are aware that it was the military taking over the government that sent Japan down the road to war.
Greater than and America doesn't raise an eyebrow. You're kidding yourself if you think the US isn't fully aware of everything that's going on. The US military works directly with the JSDF. The reality is no one really thinks it's a good idea for Japan not to have a military with their proximity to an increasingly aggressive China.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.